Mickey Mantle was the greatest switch hitter the game's ever seen. He was a powerful hitter, he could hit for average, and he was impossible to pitch to because you couldn't bring anybody in, lefty or righty, because he was equally powerful from both sides of the plate.
Mickey Mantle was born on October 20th, 1931, in Spavinaw, Oklahoma. Trained by his father at a young age to bat from both sides of the plate, Mickey became a deadly hitter in high school.
When Mickey was growing up, his dad after work would take him out to the field, and his dad would pitch right-handed when Mickey hit left-handed. And then they'd bring in his grandfather, who would pitch left-handed, and Mickey would bat right-handed. So he got to see the left-hander and the right-hander, turned into a pretty good switch hitter.
My dad, he always wanted me to be a switch hitter. He would work in the mines all day, and then he'd come home at night and take tennis balls and stand me out by the garage and pitch to me till dark.
Mantle was signed to a minor league contract with the New York Yankees, and by 1951 he was playing in the big leagues. The following year, he was called upon to replace the legendary Joe DiMaggio in center field.
Mickey Mantle had some of the most enormous shoes anybody's ever had to fill, and Mickey Mantle had to endure boos for years before he was accepted because, for no other reason, he wasn't Joe DiMaggio.
Joe was as kind as he could be. If I would go up to Joe DiMaggio and say, "Joe, what did I do wrong on that play?" He'd say, "Sit down, son," and then he would tell me exactly what I did wrong.
Over the next 18 years, the Mick, as he was called, became one of the biggest stars and the highest paid player in baseball.
Every time Mantle stepped to the bat, the pitcher and everybody on the opposing team was afraid that a home run was coming.
Despite numerous injuries, Mantle dominated the major leagues. He hit 536 home runs, winning baseball's Triple Crown and 3 MVP awards, and led the Yankees to 7 World Series championships.
I would argue that Mickey Mantle was the greatest power switch hitter ever, hitting home runs from the right and the left, and obviously powerful, and that's where he made his name. You know, the phrase tape measure home run, that was created by Mickey Mantle.
Off the field, Mantle lived as large as he played, and was notorious for his hard drinking and womanizing lifestyle.
Well, clearly Mickey was a 1950s drinker, womanizer, wasn't a good father, you know, cheated on his wife. I think that's what guys did in the 50s.
I think that's one of the things about Mickey Mantle in his times, that he was allowed to be a baseball player. The press didn't delve into his life the way it does today. I think Mickey Mantle would have a harder time getting away with what he got away with if he was playing today.
A 20-time All-Star, Mantle retired from baseball in 1969. And in the same year, the Yankees retired his jersey, number 7. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame 5 years later.
They had retired number 3, 4, and 5, Ruth Gehrig DiMaggio. In 1969, Joe DiMaggio came out and they retired number 7. To me, that was kind of the topping on the cake.
One of the things that people sometimes don't understand about Mantle is that he was one of the most beloved teammates ever. He would be in the lineup every day regardless of what was bothering him. He stayed in the lineup and his teammates loved him for that.
Following his retirement, Mantle worked as a television personality and a restaurateur.
The baseball memorabilia business was fueled by Mickey Mantle, no question. Mickey Mantle made so much more money in memorabilia than he ever did as a baseball player.
Mickey Mantle was a guy who was a centerpiece of a lot of people's youth, and people wanted a piece of Mickey, whether it was an autograph, whether it was a signed ball, whether it was a picture. And for as long as he lived, he was the centerpiece of a lot of autograph shows.
By the mid-90s, years of drinking had taken their toll on Mantle, and on August 13th, he died of liver cancer.
When people look back at Mickey Mantle, they're going to remember a great baseball player, a great hitter, but I think they're going to wonder, how good could he have really been if he had stayed healthy or if he had taken better care of himself?